Hey everybody, this is Greg with Medical Muscle, and in this video today I'm going to explain what I wish I was doing from the beginning of term 1 in medical school. So I had to learn the hard way. I worked very hard in term 1, term 2, term 3, even term 4. It wasn't until term 5 when I actually decided, you know what, I'm tired of working hard, that life got easier. I had more free time, I was more efficient, and my scores were improving at the hardest time of the year in my medical school career. So this is what I wish I was doing from the beginning. So when I first started medical school, I didn't really want to do extra resources. That included first aid or any other like Boards and Beyond, Sketchy, anything like that. I felt like there was a lot of extra material that we weren't covering in our lectures that I was going to be tested on. And I just felt like, why learn extra material? Okay? Like, why cover more things than what I need to do and spend more time on things that I don't need right now? Because in reality, I just need to learn what's in the lecture right now. I'm going to tell you that using resources like Boards and Beyond or reviewing first aid, I didn't really like Sketchy, but some people do. Doing that stuff, even though those resources have extra material, I feel like it helps you build a full picture of what you need to know about that specific topic. Okay, so they may reference some disease that you are not going to learn maybe for another, couple terms. But what's nice is that although you're not being tested on it immediately, you will see it at some point, and you do need to know it. So it's just an early review. So definitely use some outside resources. Don't bog yourself down. I don't suggest that. I think a lot of students get overwhelmed with how much resources there are out there, and I would say just pick one or two that you really like. Try them out. For me, I didn't like Sketchy. I would prefer Boards and Beyond and Pathoma. Those were my favorite. Okay, now the second thing that I wish I used going into medical school was pre-reading. I tried to do it in the beginning. Okay, I tried in term 1 because SGU said that that's how you do well in school, and I'm going to tell you I was doing it completely wrong. And I made a video about how it's inefficient because you're trying to learn something, and I was trying to make Anki cards of that material. I was trying to learn it, and that's really not what pre-reading is. Pre-reading is literally just your 30 minutes, maybe 45 minutes, maybe somewhere around there, 30 to 45 minutes on a lecture on the Sunday before you have that lecture, right? You're just going to read through it, and you just want to get an idea of what you will face for that week, okay? Ideally, on that Sunday, the Sunday before the week of material that you're about to see, you're going to pre-read as many lectures as you can. So if you can get through like 2 to 3 days of lectures and DLAs, you start getting a picture of what you're going to face. It's not learning. You don't want to think of this as learning. You just want to, it's like kind of like you're cheating a little bit. You're getting to know what the lectures are going to be like, okay? Because then your brain is primed so that when you see questions or any other material, it's not just hitting you out of the blue. You already you have a picture of what is going to happen. And then what's nice is that since you have this early picture of what's going to happen, then you're going to go into lecture already kind of knowing what to expect, right? You're still not in that learning phase. A lot of that learning phase comes in the post-read. But that is a good way to like kind of get a good little hint of what you're going to see. All right? Now, for post-reads. One thing I wish I really stopped doing is spending so much freaking time. There's a tendency, especially in like real go-getters, like me and a lot of other students that are real go-getters, we would hammer out the material and try to understand every single little fact, which, you never know what you're going to be tested on in the exam. You never know. But I feel like there's diminishing return when just sitting with lectures, okay? When you just do that, and you're just trying to hammer out the lecture, trying to understand every single little bit, you may be putting in way too much work. There may be material where it's going to be, this fine detail thing is actually just going to be part of a stem the question part of the question that you're going to face on an exam, but that'll never be an answer. Okay, the answers might be much more basic. Okay, so you're kind of like forcing yourself to learn this really hard topic, and you're not really knowing how to apply it into a question. So my suggestion, and I wish I started this in term 1, is doing questions every single night so that you get an idea of how you're going to face that material. Instead of just trying to force yourself to understand every single little bit, see how you're going to be tested on it. It's a lot more efficient. It's way more efficient. Now, granted, sometimes those small facts do come up as answer choices in the question stem. But for the most part, there's very specific types of questions on the topics that you're going to be asked, okay? There's like a pattern. There's kind of like the schools and even STEP. They're going to ask more predictable type questions on that topic. And the only way you can get that information is not by forcing the material into your head and just trying to understand everything about it. I mean, that's important. But going through questions, and then you get a picture of what you could be asked, okay? All right, and I would say probably this is the most important, is have fun on the weekends. Don't use the weekends as catch-up. I really don't want you guys to do that. If you are, let's say it's Saturday, and you're still playing catch-up, if it's Sunday and you're still playing catch-up, there's something wrong. There's something that you're not doing right. It's either you're not working hard enough in the middle of the week, or the way you're studying, taking notes, spending too much time on certain things, is just inefficient. That's kind of my, the way I think about it. If you are on a Saturday and you're still working on stuff, if you're on a Sunday and you're still working on stuff, that's way too late. Sunday, you need to start pre-reading. So I like to use Saturdays as my day off. I want to have that day off. I started realizing that later in term 5, that I want to go scuba diving or whatever. Maybe scuba diving on Sunday, or snorkeling, or hiking, or going for a swim, or going out with friends. I want you guys to have a day off that you can work towards, okay, throughout the whole week. But what that means is, from Monday to Friday, you're working. Actually, Sunday, midday to evening or morning, however you want to break up Sunday, you're working nonstop. You're not going to take any breaks. You're obviously going to exercise. You're going to do all those things to keep yourself healthy. But you're really treating your work week like a regular work week, a 9-to-5 work week. You're not going out and having fun. You're not on Instagram. You're not on Facebook. You're not on TikTok. You're focused during those hours. And I found that more efficient, because the people who I know who were messing around on their phone or chit-chatting with friends or would go have dinner midweek were always working on the weekends, and were always getting so far behind, and also had shitty grades. Or grades that they were smart people, but they could have done better if they had just put in more time in the middle of the week. I think that is a huge thing. From term 1, I was working all weekend and then playing catch up on Monday from the material before. And, that goes for term 2, term 3, and even into term 4. And then luckily I got burned out, and I realized that I needed to change something. And it's definitely messing around in the middle of the week. So treat your work week like a real work week. You're self-paced, and it's easy to mess around because you're on your own schedule. No one's forcing you to study. So I really want you guys to put in all that effort midweek and have something really fun at the weekend that you have a goal for, so that keeps you motivated throughout the week, throughout the day, so that you can keep pushing forward. All right, guys. So I hope this is an informative video for you, and I hope you guys kick butt on your exams. Good luck.